Hello, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be watching some of the worst date story times from TikTok. Please make sure to follow all the creators. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comment section. Like, subscribe, and share. Now let's get into these dating horror stories.
Back with another Hinge horror story. Dating as an Asian is always interesting because you're always wondering if this guy only likes Asian or does this guy never liked Asian before. So to weed out the guys that only likes Asian, I often, after I match with somebody, I ask for their Instagram, because I've had instances where I ask for their Instagram and after I go through their follower list or following list, I see a lot of Asian girls. And this one time I clicked into one girl's profile and apparently we have a mutual friend. So yeah, two of the guys that I matched with was actually following a bunch of the same Asian girls. So then when I matched with this new guy, I asked for his Instagram and I went through his following list. And again, so many Asian girls. And I would say about 60 to 70% of the girls that he followed were Asians. So that was a little alarming. So on the day he was confirming our date and I was like, oh, I just went through your following list and I noticed you follow a lot of Asian girls. And this guy just panicked. He said, wow, just jumping to assumptions immediately. You're right, we shouldn't meet anymore. Thanks for painting me as a yellow fever white guy. Goodbye. And then he blocked me. Tell me how this guy just became so defensive because I pointed out something that's out in the open. I mean, I was just pointing out some facts. So you caught yourself yellow fever. I'm sorry.
I would keep watching if you want to hear a story about a guy who asked me to squat over his face and put some chocolate soft serve in his mouth. So I met this guy on Bumble. He was very nice. He was a super sweet guy. He had a little kitty, had his own apartment, all that, right? When we started hanging out, he seemed like a normal person. Like, he was completely normal. I started going over to his apartment and we just hang out almost like every single night. I would drive in the treacherous snow in Minnesota in the middle of winter to go see him. Like, I would go to his house all the time. Like, even if I had work early in the morning, I'd still go. Like, I really liked him. And when we'd hang out, we'd just hang out in his room, listen to music, watch movies. Sometimes we'd drink a little. The first red flag I had, he put his cat's head over his pee-pee excretions, and the cat was eating it. Third red flag. One night, we were drinking, we were having fun. He drank a little too much. He ended up passing out in the bed. I stayed up and watched him because he sounded like he was like barfing in his sleep. But he, for some reason, got up out of bed, went into the corner of his carpeted room, and pissed on the floor. What? Alright, this is what you've been waiting for. The third and final red flag that had me blocking him on everything. Again, he was drunk one night, but I was home. He was at his dad's, I think, and he decided to tell me his deepest, darkest kink. Can you guess what that is? He asked me to pop a squat over his mouth and drop a dookie. I thought he was lying. So guess what I did the next day? I went over to his apartment. Why? I don't know. When I went to his apartment, things were good. Like, we acted like nothing happened. But later that night, he asked me to do it in person. And shy little Sarah, I just told him that I didn't have to shit right now. Like, that's the only reason why I didn't want to do it. After that, I went home in the morning, blocked him on everything, and never saw him again. Yup.
You ever been on a date and the man tell you, look like we have to clean dishes? Bitch, what? Alright, so let me tell you about my worst date ever, and to this day I still don't understand what happened. Like, it's so confusing to me. So one day I'm scrolling on my Instagrams and I get a DM from this man, right? We started chatting it up, flirting or whatever, and he was like, oh, what city are you, do you live in? I said, well, I'm in Broward. He said, okay, I'm in Broward too. I just moved to Hollywood. I said, okay, bet. To me, he seemed like a real gentleman. He had a little thug in him. He was a little hood nigga. That's how I used to like. I've grown older and matured. But yeah, so, we would converse, every single day, before work, after work, cool. So we decided to go to a restaurant. We went to this taco place. Now, meeting this man in person, girl, he was so fine to me. So fine. He smelled so good. And the date went very well. He paid. We got to get to know each other even more. And, I got to tell him some things that I didn't like about the day and that I did like. And one of the things was, I didn't get any flowers. He was like, oh, I didn't know that would like mean so much to you. I'm gonna keep that noted. I said, all right, cool. So time for our second date. He comes to pick me up. I live in a gated community, so I don't have to worry about him ever popping up. But yes, he came to pick me up. And when you kind of pick me up, you have to show your ID to the gate person. Now, most of the time men have wallets, right? So I remember when he picked me up, on his lap was his wallet. And also he gave me flowers. I thought were so cute, right? So while we're on our way, we went to this Asian fusion restaurant, Los Olas. While we're on our way to the restaurant, he gets a call from, I think his aunt, his cousin, and she's like, oh, can you send me some money for your nephew? He is hungry. He's like, yeah, I'll send it to you as soon as possible. So while we're driving, he's like, finagling with his phone with the cash up to send her the money and whatever. So we finally get to the restaurant and, he's like, we're gonna check in or whatever. But when it's time for us to sit down, right, he says, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He's like, just, I'll meet you there, after I leave from the bathroom. I said, all right, cool, that's fine with me. Girl, I sat there for a long little time, and I was like, is he okay? Girl, I honestly thought he was boo-booing, but he came back kind of pissed, and he was just like, I've been trying to, like, figure out why I can't send my cousin money. Like, I don't know what's on my Cash App, and I'm calling my bank. They talking about there's no money in my account. And I'm just like, huh? But, he's telling me don't worry about it. We gonna keep the night going. I'll figure it out type thing, right? So we got 2 drinks and calamari. And I'm just like, you sure everything is okay? Like, is tonight gonna be okay? Like, you gonna be able to pay for the night? This man says to me, I don't know. We might have to clean dishes. Who cleaning the fuck dish? So I'm like, I don't know if you playing or not, but if you are serious, we need to like leave now, because I'm not about to sit up here and like try to figure some shit out. Like, I'm not doing that, and I'm not gonna pay for us. I am the girl, you the boy. So he's like, you serious? Like, you want to go? I'm like, yeah. If you don't have the money to pay for it, like, you say something wrong with your bank, like, we should go. Now, mind you, while this was happening, I was like really confused because this man has 2 jobs. He was actually talking to his boss to get a higher position so he can make some more money. Like, he worked. He just got a new place in Hollywood. Like, Hollywood ain't for the broke people where he was at. So I'm just like, and the car he had, like, I'm telling you, the man had money. So I'm just trying to figure out, like, is he trying to be funny? Like, what's going on? And I honestly, to this day, I don't understand it. So I'm like, do you have any other card to pay? Like, how you gonna pay for this? Because we already got the 2 drinks and the calamari. He's like, oh, I don't have my wallet, but I got cash. And I said, you don't have your wallet? I could have sworn I saw your wallet when we left from my place. He was like, I don't got my wallet. And I'm just like, what the fuck going on? So he ends up paying for the meal. Well, he ends up paying for the 2 drinks and the calamari with some cash that he has somewhere on his body. I don't know where he had the money at, but I saw him pull it out somewhere. He could have pulled it out his ass, but I saw money that he paid for it, right? So me, I'm a type of girl, I like to walk after I eat, and he knows that about me. And he was like, well, I guess we could walk. Now, this is the part that pissed me off even more. mean to tell me you don't have the money to pay for the date and you don't have any other idea but to walk? So we couldn't go to Hollywood and find another card, or you figure something out and we go somewhere to eat in Hollywood? Like, what? Like, I was like, what the hell, walk? I look too good to be walking, baby, and it's cold outside. What are you talking about? But I'm very demure and very classy. I said, oh, okay. I think I'll use the bathroom now. I honestly had to go use the bathroom, but God told me to call my homeboy. Girl, I'm in the bathroom. I call my homeboy and I tell him, and before I could even finish the last word, my homeboy said, do you need me to come pick you up? I said, should you come pick me up? He said, I'm gonna come pick you up. You need to leave from that restaurant and find you somewhere else, and I'm gonna come pick you up. Girl, I felt like Nene. I felt like Nene when she had on them heels when she was running, girl, because I had to leave from the restaurant, dodge him, and cross the street and go to another restaurant and send my beautiful self there and wait on my homeboy to come pick me up. Girl, I get like 3 messages from the guy, and he's like, hey, you good? And he caught on what happened. Well, what was happening? And he was like, damn, that's cold. And girl, we never spoke after that. We never spoke after that. I've never seen this man on Instagram. I don't even know if I got him blocked, but we never ever spoke after that. And this is the part that confuses me. The part that confuses me is I honestly think he was trying to test me. I think he was trying to see if I was a little begging bitch. If I was one of those girls who just wanted a free dinner. And to be quite frankly honest with you, I can go pay for my own damn dinner. What are we talking about right now? Stop playing with me. But nonetheless, I think he was trying to test me, because I'm telling you, the man had money. I'm not talking about, trying to fake the funk. No, the man had responsibilities that he was taking care of. So I'm just trying to figure out how you ain't had no money on the car. But then watch this. I don't think he was lying, you guys, because there was an article that had came out earlier that day about people who had Bank of America accounts, and their accounts was saying zero. Saying that they ain't had no money on it, the system was down, and I'm like, oh my God, what if that had happened to him? But bitch, I wasn't trying to find out. It wasn't for me. It wasn't the fact that he didn't have the money and like he was like there was something going on. It was the fact that you didn't come up with another plan. Your plan was to walk, so we couldn't get no ice cream. We couldn't go somewhere else. You couldn't go back to your place and figure out, hey, let me find another card. Let's go walk. But yeah, that's my story time on the worst date ever.
4 years ago today, a guy broke up with me because I bought him a Christmas present. In the summer of 2020, I met this guy down at the shore and never fall in love at the Jersey Shore. Should have listened. In my mind, I'm young, I am naive, and I'm a lover girl, okay? Off the first hangout, boo, we're together, okay? I mean, he also didn't live in my state, so he would come visit me. I would go visit him. To me, it kind of sounded like we were dating. Did we ever talk about it? No, but you know. He didn't know, though. My sister is also talking to a guy at this time, so I blame her for my demise because she started putting delusions in my head, okay? She told me that her guy was getting her a Christmas gift, and I was like, oh my God, it's creamy. I need to get him a gift. That'd be so nice, as a nice girlfriend would. We were never dating. We later find out that the gift that my sister was getting from her guy was a COVID mask, okay? $2.90, maybe $3 because it was decorative. He just thought it was cute and decorated it and gave it to her. That's a normal gift. I got my guy something from the heart. I didn't do a pencil. I didn't do stickers. I didn't even do socks. I was like, nah. He deserved the best for... I went on Etsy.com and I got a glass drinking cup. He liked to drink whiskey and he played golf. So I got this hand-blown golf sculpture that you can drink a whiskey out of, and it chills with a shaker. It was $70. And I was like, yeah, my baby deserved the best for... He was like, who? I ended up purchasing this gift, and I don't really tell him until it's on its way to his house because I want it to be a surprise because I'm a good girlfriend and that sounds fun. So he told me that he was leaving to see his family in another state, so I ended up sending it express. I was like, express shipping, and it needs to get there choo-choo to my man, choo-choo. I sent it express and I say, hey, I got you a Christmas gift. And he said, you're too much. And I was like, ooh, ditto. Like, I thought we were playing around. No. After I told him that I got him the gift the next day, he then proceeded to say, hey, I think this is over. And I was like, okay, no worries. I didn't want him to get the gift, obviously, because he hurt my feelings. But the bigger part that we needed to stop was that there was a card inside. There was a letter. And in the letter, it said, miss ya. Miss ya. Miss ya. I made sure that package did not get there, or so I thought. I ended up rerouting the package, and I was going to send it to my grandma's husband in Florida because he likes to golf, and I was like, get it out of my sight. But remember, it is in the thick of COVID, the first holiday in COVID, and like the FedEx was overwhelmed, and like USPS was like combusting, like everything was bad, and I'm here like, cancel situationship package. Like, I'm here with like a really petty request, and they have bigger things to do. The package failed rerouting 3 times. I rerouted it every single time, and you have to pay every single time. So I was dishing out $15 every week just to like not get the gift there. It ended up getting to his house in March. In March, it was a spring gift. We weren't speaking by then, but he did say thank you. So that's nice. So if you're wondering if you should get like your situationship a gift for any holiday ever, I will never be shopping for a man again.
Hi guys, I've got a story time. I'm going to try and keep this at 2 minutes max. I'm not going to try and go over that. But anyways, long story short, tell me why I went on a date with a man that was colored. And I really thought it was going to be a fantastic date because he approached me at the gym. And usually I don't interact with gym men like that. I'm very much in my own world. So the fact that he even came up to me at the gym, I was like, love that for you, darling. So asks me out, text him, whatever. It's going great. I go on the date. I'm looking scrum-diddly-umptious, and so is he. Don't get me wrong, he was a very attractive passing lobster man. So, you know, I see him, he smells phenomenal, we hug, we're talking yada yada whoop-de-whoop, and the date is going great. Like, great conversation, the sexual tension was tensioning, it was just fantastic. Tell me why. I should have known. We went to an all-you-can-eat Okami Japanese restaurant. If you know, you know. Anyways, we went to the restaurant, and as we finished towards the end, why does man pull his wallet out and pretends to go and tap, and then he goes to his friend, he's like, I've just got to transfer money, and then he turns around to me as I'm standing there looking pretty and he goes, do you mind getting that? When I tell you my flabber was ghasted, do you mind getting what? I literally froze. And I was like, there's people behind us waiting. This is very embarrassing for both you and I, sir. Especially you. So I tapped my card. And he's like, oh, I'll just transfer you for my half. I've never clenched my pearls so hard in my entire life. Are you alright? He's trying to explain to me why he does this, yada yada whoop to whoop. I'm at that point where it's like, one thing is going through at the ear and coming out the other. I don't want to keep talking to you because if you keep speaking to me, I'm going to get angry. I might throw hands at you. So I get to the end of the day, he's trying to like lips me and hug me with your broke ass. You trying to lips me after what you just pulled. To say that like I felt so insulted is not even the right word for it. But I literally was like to him, goodbye. I blocked his number as soon as he sent me because he did transfer me for his other half. But I blocked his number and then I went into my car and I was like, Then I called my homegirls and they were like, what the frick? Argue with your mom in the comments. I think I was valid to feel the way that I did, especially because the man approached me. He asked me for my time. I feel like it's only gentlemen that he paid for the first date. Like, I'm not one to... Like, I mean, what are men good for? But still, I feel like I was valid in the way that I felt. And I've never gone on a date again ever since. So, yeah.